It is 4:58 in the morning. The alarm goes off, and Elon Musk gets up. He is running Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, the Boring Company, and he has 6 children, not one company, 5, simultaneously. He said this: "I do not have a regular 40-hour work week. I work whenever I need to work, but I also protect the blocks that matter most." Sarah Blakely built Spanx from nothing into a billion-dollar company while working a full-time sales job. She wrote her first patent herself. In the evenings, at her kitchen table, she said, "I had to protect my mornings like they were the most important meeting of my life, because they were." That was when Spanx got built. Oprah Winfrey was hosting a daily television show, running a production company, launching a magazine, and building a media network, all at once. The same 24 hours everyone else had. Oprah put it simply, you can have it all. Just not all at once, but you can protect the windows that build the life you actually want. Before Starbucks became what it is, Howard Schultz was a salesman. He had a full-time job, a family. He used every margin of free time to research, write, and pitch his idea. 400 investors said no. He said, "I never had enough time, but I was ruthless about using the time I had. Every gap, every margin, every morning before anyone else was up." Here is what every single one of them had in common. They did not wait for more time. They did not wait for the perfect moment. They built a system inside the life they already had. You are not Elon Musk. You are not Oprah, but you have the same 24 hours. And right now, in this episode, we are going to show you exactly how to use them. The Freedom Blueprint, Episode 3, the time management system that makes it work. Welcome back to the Freedom Blueprint. In Episode 2, we did the hard part. We found your skill. We matched it to a side hustle that actually fits your life. And we ran a 7-day plan to validate it before committing a single hour. If you haven't seen Episode 2 yet, go back and watch it before this one. Everything we build today depends on what we found there. The link is pinned in the comments and sitting in the description. Now let me ask you something honest. How many times have you said this? "I will start when things slow down. I do not have time right now. Maybe next month." Here's the truth. Things do not slow down. They never do. If you keep waiting for the perfect moment, you will be waiting 5 years from now with the same idea and the same excuse. In this episode, the third in the Freedom Blueprint series, I am giving you the exact time management system that makes building a side hustle possible. Not perfect, not easy, possible. For real people with real jobs and real lives. Before you add anything new to your schedule, you need to see the schedule you actually have, not the one you think you have, the real one. Because most people are genuinely shocked by what the truth looks like. Here's the exercise. For the next 48 hours, track everything you do in 30-minute blocks. Every meal, every commute, every scroll session, every episode you watch, everything, no judgment, just data. What most people find is this. The average adult spends over 3 hours per day on their phone, mostly social media. That is 21 hours per week. Even if you reclaimed 4 of those hours, you would have a complete side hustle schedule. This is not about guilt. It is not about judgment. It is about honesty. Because you cannot protect time you cannot see. Now here's what you do with that time. Because you are not going to grind through all of it. You are going to protect 3 specific windows. 3 slots in your day that already exist, that are waiting to be claimed. I call them the 3 power windows. Power window 1, the early morning block. 5 to 6:30 a.m., before your inbox loads, before the team messages start, before the world knows you are awake. This is your highest quality creative window of the day. No social media, no news, no checking what happened overnight. For 90 minutes, your attention belongs to one thing only, the side hustle you identified in Episode 2. Write, build, create, pitch. This is the work. Power window 2, the lunch break. 12 to 1 p.m. Most people use it to scroll. A few use it to actually rest. But this 45-minute window is perfect for the lower brain administrative work that keeps your side hustle running. Use this window for admin tasks only. Reply to clients, send invoices, schedule your content, follow up on leads. The deep creative work happens at 6 a.m. At noon, you just keep the engine running. Power window 3, 2 protected evenings per week. Pick your 2 nights. Tuesday and Thursday, Monday and Wednesday. It does not matter. Pick them. Lock them in your calendar before this week fills up around them. 2 focused hours per night. That is it. 3 power windows. Conservative estimate, 10 to 12 focused hours per week. And at the kind of rates your skills can earn from the hustle you found in Episode 2, here is what that looks like. 10 hours per week times $75 per hour equals $3,000 per month. Now here's the single habit that determines whether those power windows actually produce anything, or whether you sit down, stare at a blank screen, and spend 45 minutes deciding what to do. Every Sunday before the week begins, sit down for 20 minutes, open your calendar, block every power window for the coming week. Then, for each window, write one specific task, not a category, a task, not work on the business, but write and send 3 client outreach emails, not do some content, but record and upload Tuesday's reel. Specific tasks execute, vague categories procrastinate. Here is why this matters. By the time your power window arrives, you have already made hundreds of decisions throughout the day. Decision-making energy is finite. When the task is already decided, the resistance drops. You just execute. 20 minutes of Sunday planning saves 10 hours of procrastination during the week. That is not a motivational quote. That is a mathematical fact. Now let us talk about the thing that kills more side hustles than strategy ever will. Not a bad idea. Not the wrong niche. Burnout. The slow kind. The kind where you just quietly stop showing up one day without even knowing why. Rule 1. One complete day off per week. Not a light day, not a catch-up day, a real day. The laptop closes and it stays closed. Your creativity, your patience, and your decision-making all require actual recovery. Rule 2. Do not let the side hustle bleed into your job performance. Your 9 to 5 is still paying your bills. It is the runway that lets your side hustle grow, without the pressure of keeping the lights on. Show up fully at both. Rule 3. Track your wins, not just your to-do list. Every Friday evening, write down 3 things that moved forward this week. Progress compounds, and seeing it in writing keeps you going when the results still feel small. Here's the only thing that matters after this video. Not more research, not another productivity video. One action. This week, open your calendar right now, before this week fills up, and block your 3 power windows. That is it. That is the whole first step. Write down which windows work for your life. Morning, lunch, 2 evenings, or some combination of all 3. Then assign one specific task to each window for the coming week. Your side hustle schedule, the one that changes everything, is literally 1 page in a journal away. Because here on Wealth Capacity, we do not wait for time to appear. We build the architecture for the time we need. And the side hustle you found in episode 2 cannot build itself. It needs protected windows. It needs a Sunday ritual. And now, it has both. Now drop a comment below. Tell me, which of the 3 power windows are you claiming first? Morning, lunch, evenings? Let me see your schedule in the comments. I read every single one. And if this episode gave you a system you can actually use, share it with one person in your life who keeps saying they have no time for a side hustle. Because they do. They just do not have the system yet. Next week, episode 4, we are going into the conversation most people avoid completely. Pricing. How much to charge. How to say your number out loud without flinching. How to stop leaving money on the table. Episode 4 is the one that changes the numbers. I will see you there.